So joys of houses flooding.
Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I just feel for the people that are going through it the second and third time now. They must be, how their resilience is holding up is beyond me.
Yeah. Now, has everybody registered on Canva?
Yep.
Got your account on Canva and clicked on the links for the 2 templates?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. And did you get the email earlier?
I have the email, but I have technical difficulties and my Microsoft's just restarting itself. Mercury retrograde has striked.
Exactly.
I'm just waiting for a reset pin thing and then it will let me use it.
Brilliant. All right.
Okay. That's Bob's food. Did you eat his breakfast too? Wow.
Have we all got a glass of water? All of that. This is going to be fun.
I'm doing my coffee.
Excellent. The whole thing about this is nothing is out of bounds. Whatever you want to bring in, we put in there. So whatever you're called to put in, we put in. So I sent an email, Lucinda. Hang on, I'll just put the, have you got Canva? You haven't. So just jump on canva.com.
Yeah.
You'll have to just create an account.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I will send you the links in the chat. That's for the actual workbook. And
To hear the house being trashed, it's 2 dogs having zoomies inside because they can't do it outside.
Okay. Maybe just pop your on mute. I'm going to do a meditation in a minute. So everyone just pops themselves on mute. All right. So we're recording this anyway. So if you have to jump out or, you know, if you've got something else you've got to do, I will be sending this out. So you won't miss any of it. But once we do the first part of it anyway, you'll know what you need to do for the next parts. So if you have to leave or if we don't manage to complete the entire thing in the next couple of hours, you know what you can continue on with. All right. All right, so everyone ready? All right, so we're going to start with a little bit of a meditation just to get our creative juices flowing. So we all just want to take a moment, allow your body to settle, find yourself a comfortable position, allow your spine to be long with the natural curve in the low back. You can close your eyes or keep them open with a soft gaze downward, a few feet in front of you. Let your belly and shoulders relax. And today I'll be guiding you through a practice to envision a positive future. It's a chance to connect with that place inside us that wants to work towards a life of meaning and fulfillment. This is a useful way to consider how we care for ourselves and others, and how to show up at our best to meet life's challenges. So before we start, take in a full deep breath and a long breath out. Now allow the breath to find its natural rhythm. In and out. Allowing yourself to be fully present resting on the breath. I'll provide you with questions to prompt ideas and responses that can help to find a positive future. Throughout this meditation, let your body and mind feel loose and open. Repeat the questions I offer silently and to yourself. Resist the urge to problem solve. See if anything comes up on its own organically. If nothing comes to mind, you can always continue to rest your attention on the breath until something comes up. So let's begin. Ask yourself, what kind of future do I feel deeply moved towards? Notice the thoughts, feelings, and images that come to mind. Meanwhile, remembering to breathe, breathing in, and breathing out. As you hold this positive future in your mind, what feelings are present? Here's some more questions to help explore the future you feel deeply moved towards. How can I show up in a way that will allow this positive future to unfold? How can I show up fully for the opportunities that I encounter? Who do I want to be in relation to others? What might get in the way and how will I move beyond it? What are the skills or capabilities that I'll need to get there? How might practice support this future? See yourself right now, somewhere in this positive future, and reflect on the things that you did that enabled you to get there. See yourself doing some of those things. Maybe it's spending time with family. Maybe it's engaging in a daily practice that supports clarity and focus. Maybe it's putting energy into learning new skills. Or maybe it's how you allow yourself to connect with others. See those things in your mind's eye and notice what it feels like as you imagine doing them. You can come back to this meditation at any time to rediscover a connection to that place inside that's ready to create a positive future. We all have the ability to improve our lives and the lives of those around us. And let's finish this positive future practice now. Taking a full breath in and a long breath out. And when you're ready, come back into the room. All right, how's everyone feeling? Good, excellent. All right, so now it's time to have a little bit of fun. For those of you, there's a few people I don't actually know in here, but obviously in my group or you've connected in some other way. I'm Suzanne Butler. I am a Feng Shui practitioner and an empowerment and manifestation coach. So I help women create the lives that they want. I've actually just redone my business cards and I'm now calling myself the energy alchemist because that's what I do. I create good energy, we transform it and create the life you want. So the reason why I really run these, or I work heavily with vision boards and I do it this particular way is because it works. So you might have seen in my post this week, I basically said, yeah, vision boards are great if you do them properly with intention. And from what I've seen from I know I've gone to other vision board workshops myself, and I've actually really struggled to put something together because it was a bunch of magazines that I was flipping through and just cutting out words and pictures of things that really didn't mean a huge amount to me, but I thought that's what needed to go on them. And nothing on them ever came true. Nothing ever happened from doing those. So I, as a Feng Shui practitioner, we focus on every aspect of your life. And I find that doing the vision boards, as per the Bagua, we focus intently on each individual aspect, which creates a whole rounded vision for your life. And it magically makes things come true. So it just so happens why I'm doing it now is now I've just moved into this beautiful apartment. I moved all my vision boards, I put them in a box and I opened the box and they were all smashed. So I thought, that's an indication that I really need to revisit my vision and where my life's going. So I thought, why not take the opportunity that I do mine at the same time as you're doing yours as well. So I will be doing the same process as what you are at the same time. I'm happy to share what I put on mine, and if you would like to share, you're more than welcome to as well. But please do ask all the questions in the chat. This is what I'm here for. I've been doing these for 7 years, and every time I've done them, something has happened. So I've had a massive shift. When I first understood that these worked exceptionally well, was when I first started with Feng Shui. And I was told to do my vision to reality, which is basically this. And I wanted to improve my relationship that I was in at the time. So I created a love and relationships vision board, and I put on there exactly what I was expecting from a relationship. That relationship ended because that person was never going to give me what I needed or wanted. So that's how powerful these can be. Be very aware that what you put on, you are setting a massive intention. So it will probably happen. So if you're a bit iffy, don't put it on there because it will happen. When my marriage ended, I redid it, obviously, again, the love and relationships, and I put three words on there that I wanted: mutual respect, communication, and romance. And I met someone and he gave me those three things, but that's all he gave me. I didn't get anything more than that. So the next one I did, I've put on a lot more of what I'm wanting from that relationship. So be very, very mindful and put exactly what you want, because the universe will give you what you ask for. So if it's a bit iffy, you'll get iffy. Simple as that. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. And I've got like 15 screens open. Where are we? Yeah. And we're going to go. So you've all got a copy of this. You should have a copy of this up, which is the workbook.
Suzanne?
Yeah.
I'm just going to jump in again on my computer now. I've got it working. Okay. So
okay.
You'll see me log in again if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I can see you properly.
No problem. All right. So we're going to go through the workbook. I'm just going to minimize this over there. So we're going through the workbook. What we've got here is what we work with, which is the Bagua. So each of the 9 squares represents something in your life. And this is what we're going to do individual vision boards for. So my plan is to print them all out, laminate them, and put them on the wardrobe here behind me, because I'll be able to see them every day. So I recommend that you put them somewhere where you're going to see them. Okay, Lucinda, just give me a second. I'll see if I can. So let's try that one. And yeah, I had it, but I can't find it now. Is that one working? Ah, yes. Okay, brilliant. All right. So yes, we are, which I think I'll have to click it, otherwise it'll all change it. I think I'll have to use that one. Myself. Okay, so as I said, we'll be using the Bagua here, and each of the squares, that's the wrong one. It'll do, it'll be fine. So we'll start with the center, because the center is self, health and well-being. So what sort of, do you want to increase your health? Are you wanting to, it's just a dog knocking their tail on the floor really loudly. Are you wanting to increase exercise? Are you wanting to just improve your self-care, that sort of thing? Fame and reputation, how do you want to be seen by the world? Whether if you are running a business, how do you want to be seen in your business, or how do you want to be seen by friends and family? That sort of thing. Love and relationships, this one's very specific towards.
Can I have 2 screens up?
Sorry? Nicole?
She was asking if she could have 2 screens up.
Oh. Sorry, my computer's not working properly and I was talking out loud.
Okay. Very good.
Oops, sorry.
You're right. So the Southwest is love and relationships, self-explanatory. West is new beginnings, creativity, and fertility. Northwest, helpful people and travel. So we'll go into these in a bit more depth in a minute. North is the career and life journey. Northeast is the wisdom and knowledge area. East is family and community. And your southeast is prosperity and abundance. So some people have preference for a few different guas as the most important, but what we want to make sure is that we look at these equally, because if we don't, your life will be unbalanced. So what we're essentially wanting to balance your life and making sure that everything is covered. So when people do a vision board, like I put a post up this week, there's typically 6 things that they put on it. They want a big house, an expensive car, a skinny body, a luxury handbag, and a holiday. They put those sort of things on it, which are great, but it's not really balanced, is it? It's not really giving you a full rounded view of how your life is going to be and welcoming in everything for your life. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is the center. So, and I've opened up the wrong one, so it's not going to work. I'm going here. You still see on the screen? Okay. So in the box, you can type straight into this because you've got the template. So the first one, the middle of your home, represents health, vitality, and well-being, self-love, self-acceptance, and gratitude. So the state of this area of your home will affect your vibrancy, your energy, and sense of looking after yourself. This area has a powerful effect on your life overall and underpins everything. So things to think about is taking time for yourself. How do you do this? What do you want to do more of? Is it exercise, healthy eating, new experiences? The list is endless. So in this area, you know, if you wanted to exercise more, we're just going to put words for the moment, because after this, we go into the template and we find pictures to reflect that. And then that goes on, we just drag them in. So we'll go through that process in a minute as well. So I'm going to put 10 minutes on the timer, and we're going to go through and I'll give you 10 minutes per gua, and then we can have a quick discussion if you want to, and then we can go on to the next one. How does that sound for everybody? All right, so we'll go 10 minutes. You want to get started? So you don't need to get a double screen. If you on the top of the on the Zoom, if you there will be go minimize screen. So you'll be able to actually minimize it there. That's okay, Chrissy, you're here now. Did you work it out, Jeanette? Okay. I'll just stop sharing. If you, it's at the top right corner, it says view. There's a little box that says view. If you click on that, just go back to, take it off full screen. Did that work? So at the top right hand corner, there's a little button that says view. If you click on that, it'll have speaker, gallery, immersive, or exit full screen. You just want to exit full screen. Moni. Is anyone else having issues? Okay, great. Okay, so I've got 4 minutes left. How's everybody going? It can be a bit tricky, can't it? So other things with the center. So I'll give you some Feng Shui tips while we're going through this as well for the particular areas. So for the center, you want to keep this area quite clean and clear. A cluttered center of your home can reflect bad health. So it's something really quite important that you need to remember. This year in particular, the center isn't great. The numbers that fall, we've got a 5 in the center this year, which is not great. So everybody that I work with will have metal and moving metal added to the center of their home to balance it out and will cut through the energy. So if you are suffering this year from any ill health, no one's home is supporting them this year because of where the numbers fall. So if you are having issues, I recommend putting in the metal. So it's not just health issues this year. You could be having legal, money, or health issues. Place a minimum of 21 kilos in the center with moving metal, and it will certainly help.
Can you give an example what you mean by that? Moving metal.
Moving metal. So a clock. Oh, hang on. I'll show you. So I've just got a clock. It just has to have metal hands, and this sits in my center. How do I turn the timer off? Okay. And it cuts through the energies in the center. That's literally all you need to do. This is why Feng Shui isn't
21.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's 12,
minimum
yes.
21 kilos. Yeah, the metal.
But your clock isn't 21 kilos.
No, you add extra metal in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got weight plates around my place. So any type of metal though, doesn't matter what it is, as long as you put the metal in. That's just for this year. Things change every year. All right, so that's 10 minutes. How did we all go? We've got quite a list of things that you want to do for your health and your well-being. Anyone want to share anything?
I'm happy to share.
Okay.
So I have exercise, join a gym and go twice a week. More yoga twice a week, walking the dogs daily outside time, meditation, fully healthy, vital energy, sleeping well, self-confident in all decisions, feeling always connected to the universe, calm and in control of myself, consistency, taking time out for self-care, love of self, gratitude for the life I'm able to live. And then I did eating out because I saw yours.
Yes, I'm quite enjoying experiencing all the local restaurants around me at the moment. It's quite nice. Brilliant. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. So we'll do a couple of these and then I'll move over to the template so we can go backwards and forwards and we'll start putting it all together. All right, so the north is your career and life journey. So whether you're running your own business or you are employed, this is the area we focus on, either of those. So if you're wanting to improve either in the future, this is what we would need to focus on. So things to place on this one would what your business turnover, what you want it to be, what awards you'd like to win. Are you wanting to expand, or are you wanting to either find a new job or getting a promotion, become a team leader, that sort of thing? This is where you would put the intention around that. So, and then, for a few years as well. If you've, you know, currently in a role where you're customer service and you're wanting to actually go into a management role, then that's where you would put this vision for that future. So any questions on that? All right, so we'll put another 10. Yeah.
On that, say you were, I mean, it's not relevant to me, but say you're looking at business and you're going, well, this is where I want to be kind of next year, the year after. Would you put 1, 5, 10 years, or would you just put
you can,
10 year?
This is your vision board. This is how you want it to look. So it's completely like whatever you do is right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the beauty of doing it this way is that we do them all separately. If things change for you, like things are changing so quick for me, I literally go back into this and I change that one board. So it's constantly flowing, like it's ebbs and flows as things change for me. I go in and if I've achieved something, that comes off and I put something else on. So yeah, whatever feels right for you is right. All right. Okay, so another 10 minutes. And let's go. 4 minutes left. So those who are potentially looking for a new job at the moment, or wanting to get that promotion, biggest tip I can give you is to find the job description of that particular job. Write yourself a gratitude on the top of it, saying that you are grateful to have obtained your dream position, or that something similar, and put that in the north of your home. So that will create an affirmation that that's what you want. Put on their salary that you want as well, and just watch it happen. Make sure it's decluttered. We don't, well, we're not Marie Kondoing, but decluttering is a major part of Feng Shui, because you want to get rid of all the old, so the new can come in and the energy can move around effectively. All right, so less than a minute to go. How are we all going? All right. All right, so how do we all go? A bit more idea of where we want our businesses and careers to go? That's great, Nicole. Yeah, it's being intentional and seeing things. So, you know, having vision boards, you've got to be able to see it every day. I mean, you might not notice it every day, but your subconscious does. And it's just reaffirming every single day that that's what you want and that's what you want in your life. All right, so the Northeast, wisdom and knowledge area. So it represents knowledge, self-cultivation, intuition and meditation. It's a spiritual and educational area encompassing personal development and growth. So what is it you would like to learn? A new language, a new interest, continue further studies in the area you're working, and what can support you in this area of your life to achieve this goal. I was selling my house, I put my house sold photo. So that the house sold, you put that, I would fold that up and just put that in a drawer in your southeast and put one also in the northwest, Chrissy.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's what I put mine in. You don't need to see them. You just need to put them as an intention and in. Put them away. It's fine. But keep the horse out.
Yes, the horse is out.
Yeah, good. So in this area, if you've got children or if you wanted to do this exercise with your kids and they're at uni and they're wanting good marks, then you would put in there that they've graduated, they've completed their degree or that sort of thing. That's where you would put this. So is that as clear as mud for everybody? Okay, so I'll give you, do you want 10 minutes or 5 minutes? Five enough? Yep. All right. We'll do 5 minutes. All right. I'm sure she'll do well, Nicole. 2 minutes to go. Right, how are we all going? Got our list? Perfect. Does anyone want to share what their future ambitions are? What they want to learn?
I will, Susan. I actually want to learn more of who I am. I think in today's world, we lose sense of self.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you know what I've been through in the last few months.
I do.
Yeah, just learn who I am so I can go forward and be the better person that I can be. And, you know, if I ever can work again, fantastic. If I can't, you know, just be who I am without feeling that I'm not worthy anymore because I can't hold it or I can't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so find out who I am deep down inside. And that's what I need to learn.
Mm. Yeah.
I think we all need to learn that sometimes, though.
Sorry?
I think we all need to learn that sometimes, though.
Absolutely. It's a journey. I mean, I'm still learning who I am and who I want to be. So, and I've done so much work on myself. So it's a never-ending journey. Yeah. Anyone else? All right. So the East. So the East is your family and community area. This relates to your own family, extended family, in-laws, friends, community organizations, charities and clubs, sporting or otherwise you're a part of. They say you become who you surround yourself with. So who do you want to be influencing your life? Is there someone in your life you look up to? So for me, my friends are my family. I don't have much to do with my actual family. So they are an integral part of my life. I'm also involved in a number of charities. So can you, yeah, you could do that. Absolutely, Heather. Give that a go. Yeah, so who do you want to surround yourself with? Who do you want to bring into your life as well? Are there mentors that you want to work with? Are there, do you want to be around more positive people? So put that on your board as well, whether, you know, you want to be around a new group, you want to find a new tribe or a new group of people to socialize with. So at the moment, I've moved into this brand new building and we have social engagements every week. I'm going to all of them because I want to meet new people. So yeah, what do you want to bring into your life in regards to, you know, family and community? So for another 5 minutes. And go. And 2 minutes to go. All right. How'd you all go with that one? All right. Now, the next one is pretty much everybody's favorite. Southeast, wealth and abundance. So this is going to mean different things to different people. It's a very, what abundance means to you is a very personal thing. To one person, it might mean owning a super maxi yacht. To another person, it might mean having all their kids at home. That's abundance to them. So whatever you want here is correct. It's right. It is what it is for you. So there's certainly no judgment. You are not expected to want something that somebody else wants. It's very, very personal. So yeah, if it could be good people, happiness, love and friendships, or it could be a new car, new home. This is where the 6 things on the typical vision board come in. That's what people, they're always talking about abundance. So whether it's a skinny body, luxury holiday, luxury car, handbags, that sort of thing, that's where a lot of people focus their attention. But it's literally whatever makes you feel abundant. For me, abundance means being able to book a flight somewhere at any given time and not have to worry about the money. That's what feeling abundant means to me. But also being around people I love. So it's very personal. So again, another 5 minutes and see what you come up with. Correct, Chrissy, but in the northwest, not the north. Oh. And yeah, definitely take it out of red because that's fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it was southeast and northwest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're helpful people and your abundance, wealth and abundance. Yeah. No, Shelley. You're thinking of modern or black hat Feng Shui. They put just the Bagua over where your front door is north, whereas your front door might be south. So it doesn't really reflect the energies where they actually are. So north is north. So we put the Bagua over where it actually is in the home. So if your front door is southeast, then that's where the southeast is. North is always north. It's very, that to me is very confusing because it just doesn't make any, north is north. Doesn't matter where it is on the compass, north is always going to be north. Carla, it's all dependent on a number of things. So with an L shape, we either put 2 bagua over. So we take one part and put bagua there, and then another one on the other part, or depending on how much is actually missing, we actually add mirrors in. So we put mirrors against the wall to recreate the actual square. So it would be dependent on the floor area. That's what we did with you, wasn't it, Jody? We put mirrors in, and for your missing glass, and you had instant change. Did you want to say what happened for you?
Yeah, within half an hour, I got a guy ring me up wanting to do digital signboards at 75% discount. So now our ads are 5 metres by 3 metres on 4 signboards, digital signboards, that go like 18 hours a day, 20 times an hour. So yeah, I thought that was quite cool. I just need to do something else to get more listings now.
Yeah. You just need to work with me.
Yes, I'm going to have to.
But didn't you get some extra clients as well?
Oh yeah, I got some appraisals as well the same day.
Yeah. And your phone hadn't been ringing?
Not at all. No.
This makes me happy.
Yeah. But I know I've got so much clutter in my room because I've got a lot of inherited old stuff that I've just got to get rid of.
Yeah. All right, so that's the 5 minutes for Wealth and Abundance. Anyone want to share what they're putting on? No? Okay. So the South is your fame and reputation area, so how the world sees you. So if you're wanting to be acknowledged for more in your field, want to get more speaking gigs, more customers, recognition, this is where you need to place your vision. Are you entering awards, want more radio interviews, want more articles published, then you put it here and watch the magic happen. So become a subject matter expert. So here's a little story for you in regards to yourself. It's actually just come up on my Facebook memories today, 12 months ago, at my back door, my old place, which was my south, it was my dumping ground. And this is where I had put stuff that I'd used and hadn't taken back to the garage. I don't know why, but I had 2 saws there. I had a heap of other tools. I had paint. I had just crap sitting at my back door. And I just had enough and thought, okay, I need to get rid of it. Within 24 hours, I had 3 phone calls for speaking gigs. I had 2 new clients and a request for something else. I can't remember what it was, all just by decluttering the South. So this is something that's quite powerful. So definitely place in here if you work for yourself and you're wanting more podcasts, that sort of thing, or you're wanting more opportunities to speak, put them in here. If you work, or if you're just wanting to expand your friendship group, you would put that vision in here as well. Like you want to have a bigger friendship group. You want to socialize more. You want to be the person that people come to. That's where you would put that in here. Does that make sense to everybody?
Is there a gua to put in if you want help to continue decluttering?
You would put that in your Northwest, Nicole. Your helpful people gua. You know that.
I do know that if I thought about it.
We'll get to the Northwest in a moment. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Finally, I've got a lot of the same things in a lot of these areas. Is that a problem or not?
No, that's reinforcing. That's what you really want.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
2 minutes. Yeah, Chrissy, definitely print these out when you're finished with them. Not this particular thing when we do the actual vision board. So we'll go over to the actual vision board shortly and how we put it all together. You print those out and you put them up in just a space where you're going to see them all the time. Yeah. So if you're, because I know you work away, maybe you put it up as a screensaver on your laptop. If you take a computer away with you, so you see it on that, or you can put it on your phone, you know, just somewhere where you're going to see it all the time.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right, that's 5. Have your go. How are we going to be seen, ladies? Who wants to share? What are we doing this year to be seen and heard? Leonie, seeing as that's your mantra, be seen and be heard.
I've got more speaking gigs, guest podcasts, awards, running a mastermind, magazine articles, that sort of thing.
Very good. Anybody else?
I've got to socialise more, be the person people come to for advice at my normal work. People reach out to me for cake orders, publish a recipe book and sell out, and start using TikTok and Instagram to generate income.
Perfect. Brilliant. Great. All right. The next one, Southwest, love and relationships. So this is perfect whether you're in a relationship, looking for a relationship, don't want a relationship. That's me right now. this is where you really set the intention. So if you're looking for a relationship, what the qualities of the partner you're looking for, and also what you bring to a relationship as well. So it's not just about the other person. What are you actually bringing to the relationship? If you're in a relationship and you're wanting to enhance it a little bit more, what are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on going on more dates, or having date night, more intimacy, that sort of thing? That's what you add to this. So this is where I said, like, my previous relationships, I put on what I was looking for, and the relationships ended because that person was never going to give that to me. And then I put another one where they gave me exactly what I wanted, but that's all they gave me. So be very, very specific. This one can take you quite a long time to be very solid on what you're looking for, because as I said before, what you ask for, you will get. And if you're wishy-washy about it, you'll get wishy-washy back. So have a go at it, but don't rush this one, because this is one of the most important things in your life, whether it's an intimate partner or not. Just be very clear on what you're looking for in here. No, it doesn't need to be in order, Chrissy. Just throw out whatever you want, but just be very specific with what you're looking for. So if you don't finish this one in 5 minutes, that's all good. And go. If you don't want them, you do the opposite color. So you wouldn't say, I don't want an alcoholic. You would say, a responsible drinker. Does that make sense? Okay, that's 5 minutes. And how do we go with that one? A bit clearer on what we want in our relationships. Brilliant. Okay, so just additional stuff with your love and relationship area. Really important. So obviously this is the southwest part of your home that is the area. But when it comes to your bedroom in particular, this is a space you really need to set up. So recommend no photos of your children in your bedroom. Take them out. No photos of your parents or grandparents in your bedroom. Only of you and your partner. If you're single, don't have single photos of yourself in there. Have images of couples because you want to be encouraging a couple and intimacy. If you have mirrors reflecting the bed, try and cover them up, because if you're single, it brings in a second person that's not even there. But if you're in a partnership, it can bring in a third person to the relationship, which you obviously don't want either. So just try and cover up any mirrors in bedrooms that you can see yourself in from your bed. So if it's reflecting the bed, that's okay, but you don't want to be able to see yourself in there as well. Make sure you have pairs of things in your bedroom. So whether it's matching bedside tables, matching lamps, you also want a solid headboard and nothing underneath your bed. So if you've got a bed that has drawers or things underneath it, the only thing I would recommend storing in there would be linen. I wouldn't be putting any clothing in there, certainly not shoes, because then you're sleeping on dirty shoes. You don't want that either. But yeah, definitely the kids' photos out of the bedroom, because it's just like having them watch on. No one wants that in their bedroom. Can we use the baguas for each room instead of the whole house if your rooms don't match the areas? Like our son's room is the center of the house. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you just want to make sure that the space where obviously you want to make sure it's the most supportive for you. So whether your bedroom's in the north or the southeast, it doesn't matter. You would still make sure everything's decluttered, but focus on your bed. If your bedroom's not in the southwest, then focus on your actual bedroom instead to become that love hub. That makes sense? All right. So for example, if your bedroom is actually in the east, which is your family and relationships, that's where we would normally recommend putting family photos in the east. Don't put them in your bedroom, put them on the wall outside your bedroom. So it's still in the east, they're just not in your physical space. That makes sense? All right. We've got 2 more to do, and then we'll quickly go on to putting it together. The west is your new beginnings, creativity and fertility area. So if someone's trying to have a baby, wanting to have a baby, this is where you would focus on this area, that you're going to have a beautiful, healthy baby. New beginnings. So if you're wanting to start something new, if you're wanting to be a bit more creative, arts and crafts, that sort of thing, that's where you would put your things in here. In a child, where you want to have fun in your life, even if you're wanting to start a new business, this is where. So Chrissy, for you, this is where you would add stuff here. You're wanting to increase your business and really get it going. This is where you would put that stuff in here. All right. And obviously, if you're going through a separation, you want to create a new life for yourself, what does it look like? All right. So another 5 minutes. And go. Some good elements for kids' rooms. What do you mean, Shelley? Unmute yourself, it's fine.
Hi.
Hey.
Just what, because the girls have got their 2 bedrooms, which is in the let me get that right. Southeast corner is, and north is my teenage daughter's rooms. So they've got a bedroom each side by side. And obviously I've got the walls on the outside. So what would be good elements to add in that they can still have their room with all their stuff in it? In fact, I've just decluttered their room recently, which they weren't happy about. But anyway, what could I put in there just to enhance?
It's all dependent on each individual home. I can't give you specifics because each home is different, and I would need to actually do a full analysis. But certainly. How old are your children?
They're about to turn 13 and 15 in 2 weeks.
Okay, so you're potentially still going through hormonal arguments and So I would be removing any photos from when they were really little, because that will remove the urge for them to go back to childlike behaviour, like tantrums and that sort of thing. So remove and put more grown-up photos of them around the house. For a start, and then obviously updating their bedrooms to reflect their ages. Solid headboards. I just
did that.
Solid headboards in their beds, so that they've got support behind them when they're sleeping. If at all possible, have a solid wall behind their bed, not a window, if you can. That's the best option and best practice. What else? Nothing under their beds. Just having, I guess, a safe space for them that they want to be in.
Cool, thank you.
All right. And if their rooms are blue, paint them.
They're white.
Yeah, white's perfect because blue's a very emotional color. We see a lot of teenage boys, they'll have dark blue rooms because it's a masculine color, and then the parents can't work out why they've got this, they've got an emotional teenage boy who just argues and whatever all the time. It's because the blue's an emotional color. It's reflective of water, emotions. So yeah, definitely neutral colors in bedrooms are certainly recommended. Definitely no fire colors, because that can cause anxiety. So if they've got, I don't know if they're into bright pinks and things like that, try and keep that to a minimum.
Mackenzie's got like lots of dark burgundy. Is that okay, or is that too close?
That's probably more metallic than fire. So for example, I can go even deeper in this. Everyone has their own individual trigrams and their power colors, what they should be wearing and that sort of thing. Mine are fire colors. I should be wearing more fire colors, which is fine. My bedroom last year, I needed fire in there. I asked the house if I needed more. It said yes. So I added a doona cover that had more red in it. And then I bought a separate one that had a lot of red in it and also a heap of birds. And I did not sleep any night that I had that on the bed because the birds was too much energy. So it's very particular. For some people, red can cause anxiety, lack of sleep, anger, emotional issues. Others, it doesn't affect them. So it's just really important to just notice if they're having, if kids don't want to be in their bedroom, there's something that's off in there that's not helping them at all. So yeah.
That's cool. Thank you. That's very helpful.
No problem. Okay, so I've just spent that time talking, so I haven't done it myself, but that's okay. I know what I want. All right, and then the last one is the northwest, which is the helpful people and travel area. So this is where, Nicole, you were asking before, this is where you would, when you ask for help. So this is whether you're wanting to bring into your life a cleaner, a gardener, you're wanting support with your business, as in like staff members, that sort of thing. This is where you would put all those requests. It's also, where do you want to travel to? What places around the world would you like to go? You know, mine currently has a heap of different destinations around the world, which obviously have not come to fruition over the last 2 years, but I'm hopeful that they will in the next 12, 18 months. I'll be traveling a lot more. So yeah, that's all that goes in here. So yeah, one more 5 minute and then we can get on to putting it all together. Any questions? And Heather, about bunks, in a lot of bedrooms, they are obviously a necessary evil because room, that sort of thing. But if the kids have a bunk in their bedroom, would recommend them sleep on the bottom bunk, not the top bunk, because it's a void underneath them. You can always add some grounding crystals to the room to help them with that. But for the most part, if it's necessary, it is what it is. The thing with the feng shui that I practice is we work with what we've got. If there's no other option, nothing's doom and gloom, we fix it. You can't, there's plenty of people out there say, oh my God, this is doom and gloom and it's a disaster. Well, it's not a disaster, it's a house. We just do what we can. And we fix what we can and we remedy what we can. So yeah, if they have bunk beds and there's no other option, it is what it is. It's as simple as that. All right, how did we all go with that one then? What are we all asking for help for? And where are we all going to? Where are we traveling to? And can I come? Are there cocktails involved? Anyone want to share? Yes, I can't wait to get to Bali in November. Carla? Where are you moving to? Oh, Adelaide. Love Adelaide. All right. So I have re-put the link there for the actual template in the chat. So if you want to click on that, it'll take you to a template I've put together. And what we do is, starting at the top from what you've actually put in. So you put in your center, what you're wanting. So using the template, I'm just going to stop sharing that screen and re-share my other screen. We start to, can you see that or no? See the template? Okay, great. So all we need to do, for those of you who haven't used Canva, it doesn't matter if you're paid or not paid, you can still use the images here for your own use. You're just going to print them off anyway. So just click on photos and go back to your list of words that you've put down and find photos that are reflective of that. So I put online fitness. And then I've got all of these images that have come up. So I might put this one on, resize, and just put it on the vision board. I've got the weights. I like doing weights, so we're going to put that on there as well. Put in weight loss. I'm on a weight loss journey at the moment. Put that one on there. It's all reflective of all the words that I've put on my actual, for what I'm wanting. We've got on there sleep, because we all need more sleep. I'd like to stop waking up at 3 AM in the morning. Put that one on there. That doesn't look actually like a nice sleep. There we go. So this all very reflective then of what I'm wanting in my life on a visual level. Does that make sense to everybody? And if you can't find an image in Canva, which would be very difficult because I can never not find something, just Google image, download it, and then you can just drag it into Canva and it will be stored in your uploads in here. But you should be able to find most photos that you need in there. So are you okay to start going through those and start creating? When you're then completed and finished, you go up to share, click on download, and I download as a PDF, download it, and it will download for you, and then you can print them off. So my plan is to print them off, laminate them, and then put them up on my wardrobe behind me so I can see them every day. So yeah, let's start creating. We'll do for another 10 or 5th through to 12, and then you can continue on for the day. But in the meantime, what questions have you got about Feng Shui? What can I help you with? Unmute yourself, ask away.
I've got a question about this. So one of it's about my relationship with my son. Should it have a photo of us, both of us?
Where? On the on your
whichever
vision board?
one I had it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you can put photos of yourself and your relationship with
Absolutely.
people and
So
your dogs and
yeah. So I'll pull up my old. I'll actually pull up my old one. So this is my old vision board, just so you can see the final result. So this is my old one for my career. So this is all changed now, what I'm wanting to put in, same as my south. But my east, we've got photos of me with my friends in it. Can you see that? Yeah. So yeah, you can certainly put photos in of whatever you want to put in, it's right, because it's yours. So yeah, that was my old one. Redoing it now.
Hi, Suzanne, just to follow up on what you were talking about before. So if I remove the fire colours, say out of Mackenzie's room, because she is prone to anxiety.
Yep.
And put something more earthy, would that be right? Like with the yellows and beiges, or should I be?
It might be, it's literally, hang on, give me a second. What year was she born? When was she born?
2007.
What month?
Oh, May the 30th.
Yes, 2007. Okay.
Gemini, air sign, year of the pig. I don't know if all that helps.
No, that's fine.
So when I think about the colours that are in a room, there's probably a lot of fire stuff. So that might make her feel more anxious, and I don't want that. So if I can adapt that, that would probably be great. She's at her dad's at the moment because the bridge is probably going under today. So she works. So we decided to send her back over to her dad's early so that if the bridge goes under, she can still go to work.
Yeah, okay. So her trigram, so we all have trigrams. Her trigram is 4. So her, the colours that feed her are black and blues, or green. So if you're going to go black and blue, I would go more pastel-y colours. If you're going green, like any green it will nourish her. So her qualities are being insightful and often driven, but like the wind's direction can change her mind abruptly and often. Is she creative?
Yeah.
Yeah. That. So for her best, I'm happy to give any of these to any of you if you want them. The best position for her headboard to be would be the southeast. So on the southeast wall of her bedroom would be the best place for her to have her head.
So she actually has a bunk bed, single up top, double at the bottom, and she sleeps on the bottom. There's just rugs and stuff up on top, nothing under the bed. She loves being next to the window. It's very hard but the headboard's against a wall, which would be, I totally had the north, south, east, west wrong. So Ross just went and checked for me with the compass so I could figure it out. So it'd be north. Her bedroom's on the north to.
Yeah, just where the headboard is. So her best directions are north, south, east, or southeast. So the best direction for sleeping is southeast, but any of the others will be okay.
Best thing for sleeping. Southeast. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Jeanette, no, I don't put the vision boards in individual rooms. I literally put them all together in an area that I can see them. So they literally will be all in one space. You don't need to put them individually around the house. Okay. All right, Carla, what's your Jody? What dates do you want? Or who do you want them for? for you, 65. So you're a snake and your trigram number is 7. So your best colors are gold, silver, gray, or earthy tones. So browns, yellows, and cream. Your qualities are being artistic, creative, sociable, and talkative. You like things done right, and you like to lead. Does that sound right to you?
Definitely does.
Well, here you go. Your potential career options: a TV news anchor person, a sales rep. So you're in the right, industry. The best direction for you for sleep is the west. So your head facing the west. But northwest, southwest, or northeast are also other options for you.
Okay.
Carla. 6. You're a tiger and your trigram is number 1 for you, Carla. Your essence colors are blue and black, and the colors that feed you are gold, silver, coppers, and gray. Your qualities are being flexible, yet focused and determined. You're empathetic, artistic, and given to deep thought, but tend to worry too much and may be overly sensitive. Your best direction for sleep is the north, but you also other directions are southeast, east, and south. Where do you go if you want more information? That's what I work with my clients about, Jodie.
Oh, okay.
If you want to become a client, you'll get it for everybody in your house. 61. You're an ox and a number 3, Heather. Your essence colors are greens and black and blue as well. Your qualities are being generally even-tempered, but you can have a southern outburst. You like to be moving and not well suited to a job where you have to sit still for long. You're enthusiastic and can be loud at times. No, that's not you, Heather. What? Your best personal direction for sleep is east. And the others are south, north, or southeast. Potential career options is working in construction. So there you go.
Hi, Suzanne, just a question. So if you're with someone and you obviously both would have different numbers.
Yep.
How do you work out the best?
Okay, very good question. The best way to do that is you are sharing. So you might get the best direction. So when it comes to your bed, oftentimes you'll only have one option to where to put your bed. So you, again, work with what you've got.
I've got 3 options. I can have my bed in 3 different places.
Well, you're very, very lucky. So you would look at both people's trigrams and you'd work out something that was maybe mutual. A lot of the time you will be able to get them the same. So what's your husband's? Did I do yours? No.
No, I'm 17th of February 1971. So I'm
71. Yeah, and your husband?
What is this? Sorry, that's terrible. 24th of June 1967.
71 and 67. Right. Okay. So
24th, isn't it?
71, you're a pig.
Yep.
And a 4, and 67, he is a 6 and a goat. So if I look at, so this is why when we do this is actually building houses, we look at all this when we help people build houses so we can plan rooms accordingly. Okay, so your best positions are north, south, east, and southeast, and his are west, northeast, southwest, and northwest. So you don't have anything that matches. So what you would have to do is make a decision. You get the power position in the bedroom, or he does, and then he or you power position in your office. So you would work it out that way, if that makes sense. So if you're both working from home, for example, you'd work it out that way. In essence, it doesn't overly matter. This is best practice if you can, if we can manage it. Yeah. So that's how you would.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So obviously it matches all of yours, that where you can sleep. The 3 walls. Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Thank you.
And we've got 68. So you're a monkey and a 1. So your colours are blue, black, gold, silver, copper, or grey. And your best directions are southeast, east, south, or north. So the best for your head is face north. There you go. Potential career options are gardener, lifeguard, naval career, swim instructor, or coach. Diplomat, negotiator. You flow like water, enabling business and families to run smoothly. That doesn't sound like you at all, eh? Your qualities are being flexible yet focused and determined. You're empathetic, artistic, and given to deep thought, but tend to worry too much. And your sun is 09. His trigram is 9 and an ox. So he's fire. So his essence colors are red, purples, burgundies, burnt orange, and bright pinks. And the colors that feed him are green. So greens would feed him. So he's extremely active, sometimes to the point of becoming ill or burning himself out. Very passionate, and he can be hot-tempered. Is that match? Okay. His positions are east, southeast, north, or south. Okay. So 81. Well, you're only a spring chicken, Leonie. 81. You are a rooster and a number 8, Leonie. So essence colors are earth tones, yellows, browns, and creams, and colors that feed your red, purple, burgundy, burnt orange, and bright pink. Your qualities are being very stable, however, you can be quite stubborn. You're very youthful. So your potential career option are art-related fields: decorating, design, architect, color specialist, computer, animation, flower arranging, florist, or fashion designer, or photographer. Your best positions are southwest, northwest, west, and northeast. Northeast being the best direction for you to have your head asleep.
Thank you.
61. Jeanette, you're an ox and number 3. Your essence is green. Your colors that feed you are blacks and blues. Your qualities are being generally even-tempered, but you have a sudden outburst. You like to be moving and not well, same as Heather, not suited to a job where you have to sit still for too long. So your positions are south, north, southeast, and east. So east being the best position for you to sleep. So, yeah. So how did we all go with putting them all together? Are we getting cracking on doing that while we're talking in the background? Awesome. So I just guess I would like to say thank you for joining me today. I hope you did get something out of that and your vision does start to come true. I would love to hear feedback and hear of all your wins when it does start happening for you. Now, there are ways you can take this further. Obviously, enhancing your home will make it happen a lot quicker. So I do have 2 ways you can do that with me through my coaching program, group coaching, which is basically lifetime access to me asking questions. Plus, you get your full home report done. and you know, I've got a private group for my clients. So everything will be personalized to you in your home for your entire family. So not just for one person, but everyone will be covered underneath it. So that is $799. I do have payment options available. And I've also got a one-on-one package as well, which we do a couple of Zoom consults if you're not in Brisbane. If you're in Brisbane, I will come to your actual home. And that's obviously still lifetime in my group as well, but it's a bit more one-on-one intensive, and that's $15.97. So again, payment plans are available for that. Other than that, we've actually got a workshop booked for the 4th of June. 4th. Let me just stop sharing the page so you can see me. 4th of June. Pretty sure it's the 4th. Saturday the 4th. We're running a workshop with 3 other ladies that we all are about encouraging women to be who they want to be, not who people tell them they need to be. It'll include a session from me about enhancing particular parts of your home, plus some actual coaching and some headshots and finding out who you actually are. So Heather, that might be something you might like to look at doing as well. We've got early bird that's available till tomorrow for $247, and then the price will go up to $297. The entire day, it's here actually in my building. We've got a beautiful dining room downstairs and a rooftop for at the end of the day. There's some headshots involved, includes lunch, all refreshments and all content for the day. So if you want to know more about that, please send me a message. If you wanted to know more about working with me, also please send me a message. I can't tell you how much it's changed my life. Obviously it has. Look at where I'm living now and look at my life now. It's certainly worth it making that change. I know I've got a couple of my clients here in the group on the call at the moment. But yeah, reach out if you'd just like to have a chat and find out how it looks for you, how it would look like for you if you did work with me. But yeah, I'm here. I'm here wanting to change women's lives. So hit me up if you're interested. But if you've got any other questions, please let me know. If you're not in my group as well, head over to that. I'll put the link for that in as well in the chat. Actually, I'll put it in the email that you will get with the replay of this. But other than that, if you've got no other questions, then have a great rest of your weekend. I look forward to, please share your vision boards if you're able to, if you'd like to, even just with me. I'd love to see what you've created. Yeah, I will catch you all over my group or on future lives. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Suzanne.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Pleasure.
Caitlin's an ox, so you just went through that with someone's son and have the same thing. Is that the greens and the yellows and the whites? Sorry, just I know you're finishing off.
Ox, I'll just stop recording. Hang on.
Sorry.
No, you're right. I'll just stop recording.